Storyteller, former lawyer, kind of the same thing. Don't do what you're good at.
Last week, Forbes magazine published a list of the unhappiest jobs in America. Congratulations. You're number one. Lawyers are the least happy workers in the country, more even than postal workers, and they know something about unhappiness. But this shouldn't come as a huge surprise. Study after study show lawyers leading the way in things like disengagement, depression, addiction, and even suicide. Lawyers are an unhappy bunch. Why is that? I think it's because of why we became lawyers in the first place. Think back to why you applied to law school. Maybe you had a family legacy of lawyers. Maybe you thought you'd make a lot of money. Maybe you read the book The Firm or saw the movie with Tom Cruise as a young lawyer, or A Few Good Men with Tom Cruise as a young lawyer. Damn you, Tom Cruise. It probably isn't Tom Cruise's fault. More likely, the reason you became a lawyer is because you knew you'd be good at it. And most lawyers are good at it. And that's the problem. Lawyers, when you were younger, you probably had people say to you, you'd make a good lawyer, which is a polite way of saying, you're really kind of annoying. Most lawyers are good at what they do, and that's the problem, because that's why we're not happy as lawyers. When you get good at something, like a video game, it's not fun anymore. You've solved it. You get bored. There's no challenge, and we need a challenge to feel engaged. When we feel engaged, we get this sense that psychologists call flow. You become totally immersed in the work that you're doing. You lose yourself in the activity. It's more fun, and you're happier doing it. So how do we get this challenge back? What you need to do is you need to find your outstandingness. Now, admittedly, that's not a real word. I made it up. But you know what I mean. You need to find the thing that you're outstanding at. Outstandingness will lead to happiness. Okay, so how do you do it? I'm going to tell you. I've come up with a method. I call it the 5 Ps of outstandingness. Mainly because this was the stock photo I had. It was that or an ear of corn. That wasn't going to work at all. So let's get started. The first P is for passion. You need to have passion for what you're doing. And I don't mean Tom Cruise passion. What I mean is the kind of passion that gets you up in the morning, that makes it not feel like work, that you would do it even if they weren't paying you to do it. That's the kind of passion I'm talking about. Let me give you a couple of examples. Fred Hopengarden is a Boston lawyer, and his passion as a kid was radio. He was really into radio. He didn't become an engineer. Instead, he became a lawyer. But he was able to use his passion for radio and made himself one of the top antenna zoning lawyers in the country. Last year, at this very conference, we heard from Ruth Carter. Ruth's passion is flash mobs, and she's been able to turn her passion into an outstanding practice as a mob lawyer, as a flash mob lawyer. But passion isn't enough. You need the second P, which is potential. You need to have the potential to be outstanding. Now, this will take a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of effort, but to get to that level of mastery. But that challenge keeps us engaged. That's what we want. Malcolm Gladwell, in his book Outliers, famously said that it can take, on average, 10,000 hours to reach that level of mastery, which is about a week and a half if you're a DLA piper. So we have passion and we have potential. The third P is people. You need people to help. You need a market for your outstandingness. If you don't have people to help, all you have is a hobby. If you have people who want or need your outstandingness, well then, you can charge them a premium. And that's the fourth P. People will pay more for your outstanding work. Too many lawyers make the mistake of charging less to try to bring in more business. When you charge less, you tell the world that you're not outstanding. Don't be afraid to charge a premium. And now the fifth and final P is pursuit. You need to go after this outstanding work. And you need to turn away the work that you're merely good at. That's hard to do, I know. When you need to make payroll and pay the rent, it's really hard to turn away a new client. But if you don't learn to say no to this work that you're merely good at, you will not have time to do the work that you're passionate about. You'll be trapped, you'll be stuck doing just that good work instead of focusing on the outstanding work. If you follow the 5 P's of outstandingness, you will get that sense of flow. You will feel the engagement, and you'll be a lot happier. But if you keep doing the work that you're just good at, you won't be engaged. You won't be as happy. You'll be stuck in oblivion, just like Tom Cruise.